Hello and welcome to the Peak Endurance Podcast. I am your host, Isabel Tate, and with me is the co-host of this fabulous professional podcast.
Ron Tate.
Exactly.
That's not...
Sorry for the delay. I actually had a mental brain fart and couldn't remember what to say.
Wait, are we starting or are we
I'm
finishing?
like, what the hell am I even doing?
Nearly started with thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I don't know what I nearly started with. I've just gotten off a webinar, so it's probably, you know, just, I'm a bit, overdosed on Zoom, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
How are you, Ron?
I'm good. Hot, sweaty,
Mm.
but good.
Yes.
Had a
It's
cat.
been a bit of a hot week since we've returned.
Yep.
It's currently 31 degrees. When you look outside, it looks like it's 12,
It's
but
pretty grey out there now, and then we did get a few spots of rain during my run, which was about 2 hours ago.
Yep.
Yeah, we went from barely cracking 20s to
37 yesterday.
yeah, so to really getting some heat. I think going to Sydney kicked it off because we ran in some pretty
Oh my God,
hot and
Sydney
humid,
weather was terrible.
hot and humid conditions in Sydney.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much continued. But
Since
here
we
in
got
Melbourne,
back. We're like when we went to Sydney, we took the shitty, wet, rainy weather. And when we came back home from Sydney, we brought the hot, steamy
yeah,
weather.
that's right. So
You're welcome, everybody.
so yeah, we've really gotten our summer running legs going.
Meaning I've been running like a bag of shit is the other way you could say that.
It's been a challenge, but that's
More for me than for you.
yeah, that's what running, in Australia is like during the
Or
summer.
in any hot place.
Yeah.
Like I have an athlete who lives in Barcelona in Spain and it gets very hot
Yes. Yeah, it
there in
does.
summer. So,
Yeah.
it's not just Australia. In fact, I would say they have hotter summers, but it's dry, not
Yeah.
not humid. But it gets very hot there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
yes.
yeah, challenging, but you gotta just get on with it.
Roll with the punches
That's right.
with no whinging at all. That's
No,
how
no.
I look at it.
There's been no whinging whatsoever.
Yeah, well, you didn't.
I,
It was more me.
I didn't have the energy to whinge it. I was like, particularly after the day before. Yesterday was the hottest day, but the day before yesterday, I really struggled towards the end. There were a few extra hills thrown in, but yeah, I really struggled in that first day of hot heat rather than the humid heat that we had in Sydney. And then yesterday it doubled down with I think it was 37 when I ran.
I mean, I just think that's stupid to run in that temperature. I do, but I know you don't have an option, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I
I'm not.
don't know what the alternative is.
I mean, last night it didn't get any colder, really. Towards the end of
Overnight.
the day, overnight.
Oh, yeah, well,
So
it went down to
and
like
yeah,
20 something.
no, I mean like running time, like
Oh,
by dinner time.
okay.
Well, I'm not going to run at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know where you were going
Yeah.
with your sentence.
So I didn't have an option. So I had to, if I was going to run, I had to run in the heat. So, and we've already had our one rest day this week. So
Between you were driving.
yes, so we had a rest day from running,
Yeah.
but it was a pretty tiring day driving back from Sydney, which
Is why you ran today,
Yeah.
even though you wouldn't normally.
I wouldn't normally run on a Friday, but I did today. Yeah, so we had a 10.5 hour drive
Something like
back
that.
from Sydney.
I don't know. I was watching
Tuesday.
webinars, wasn't I? And
Yes, you
watching
were.
courses, and because it was so fucking boring on the drive up that I had to sleep. So
Yeah.
shall we talk people through that one?
Yeah.
We got in the car. I promptly fell asleep. We'd planned to do a run on the way, so that was about 2.5 hours in. Ron woke me up. I rolled out of the car. We ran. Then I rolled back into the car and fell back to
Probably
sleep.
fell back to sleep.
So as you can imagine, it was an awesome run. I think it was a nightmare.
I think you had to do the run like this the whole way,
trying to
just to
hold
keep your eyes open.
I just was like, I think I was just half asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a shit run. I mean, it was a lovely run. Like you created this little course. What was the area called again?
Reef Hills.
That's right. Just before we got onto the Hume.
In Benalla.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just outside of Benalla.
Yeah. And it was really nice, single track. Not too much climbing, although to be fair, it felt like the first
Did,
3 quarters was all douche uphill.
yeah, that's right. It felt like
Even
we've
you
been
were having words
pretty
about it.
much everything uphill.
Mm.
Every I think every spider web in the place I found
Yeah, I don't know
because
about
I
you
was
complaining, but I didn't see
no,
find any.
the only spider webs you saw were the ones hanging off my back.
Uh,
Yeah, there was lots. Not a very um, heavily used park,
no,
so
no.
I think there was lots of like bike
Yeah,
single track, but not widely used. So I
no.
think we disturbed every spider in the place.
I don't know. Did we?
But it's still a nice break.
Yes, well,
two and
that's
a
what we
half
thought.
hours in.
And we got a snack in Yay, and then because we knew we were going to run, and then
Yeah.
we ran, and then I mean I brought all my own food, but Ron was really the reason Ron likes going on these road trips is because he gets free rein at the truck stops.
I do. All bets are off.
Yeah. So you went and I don't know what you gorged on there, but it was a bacon and egg roll or
Bacon egg
something,
roll, yeah.
nothing terrible. And was
No,
it that? That was on the way home. You got a bake. I don't know.
no,
Yeah.
I think I did. I can't remember.
Whatever. I had my normal oats with yogurt and that, and I'll be putting a post up about my cereal at some point because people are always asking me what I eat, and it seems rather narcissistic for me to be posting about my food. But I just posted
Mhm.
about the crumpet I have before I run,
Oh,
and
okay.
people were quite interested in that
Right.
because people do ask me. I'm constantly getting messages about what should I eat, what do
Yep.
you eat, and
Hmm.
I'm just here to help and give ideas.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
Anyway, and then we finished. We went up to Sydney. We had a nice Airbnb. We were near the trails. We were in Wahroonga because my sister lives in St Ives. All these words mean nothing
Yeah.
to me. I don't know. Um, and there were trails nearby. We were going to do all this trail running. It was going to be
Yeah,
awesome.
it was going to be fantastic. I had big runs planned.
Oh, we were going to do, well, the first day we did 15K and it was a bit like,
It was,
it was quite technical alongside the river.
yeah.
And I said, maybe we should find some less technical trails because when we're going to do 37 tomorrow, it'll take forever,
Yeah.
because it was quite technical,
Hmm.
right? And so Ron's like, yep, yep. But we just noticed that every single fucking trail was technical.
Yeah.
Even the fire roads were just covered in rocks,
Yeah.
which hurt your feet and made keeping a rhythm up really hard. Anyway, so the next day rolled around. We pasta loaded the night before, had a
We
big
did. Yeah.
breakfast.
It
We were
rained.
all ready for this run. It
It
was pissing
it
down
rained
like, oh
all
my
night, like bucketed down all night. And it was still
God.
kind of raining when we started, but
It
not
was it
not
was
heavily.
raining. It was raining, Ron.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the car nearly crying, not want to. I just didn't want to run. Like there was something in me. I didn't want to run.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Like I never want to run. Every time we go for a long run, I'm like, oh, I just want it to be over. Oh, I couldn't be bothered. But this was something different. It wasn't that normal whingy, you know. It was like I don't know. I was like I didn't want to run. Anyway, so
Yeah.
we drove out and we started, and even in the car, I was like, oh, I really don't want to run, and I was kind of hoping Ron would go okay, and we'd go back because I really, really, and if he'd said okay, I'd have been like, great, no
Yeah.
worries. Anyway, so we went and headed off, and we went down this road, this long, steep road for a few k's, and we came to a river
The river,
after all the
which
rain.
probably it looked like, we would have got through it
It was
pretty
a
easily on a
front
regular
car would have
day.
got through it. It was a
Yeah.
road I mean, it was steep for cars, but four
Yeah.
drives, but they would have got through and
Yeah.
definitely would have driven through. But it was like really deep and moving so fast, and I'm no swimmer.
No. And just past the river, it dropped right off too. So it would have
Yeah,
been, if we had have got, lost our footing, it would have been quite
yeah,
dangerous.
that's right. So we went and tried to find some other ways around, but it just brought us right back to the river. So we went, okay, we'll just because it was part of a loop that headed back to the other part of the park. So we just said, right, we'll just go back up, go to the car, and do the loop from the other end. So we
Yeah.
ran up, ran past the car while I was crying and reaching for it. Um, I wasn't really crying, people. I'm just
No.
joking. And then we headed down to the river on the other side, and we were going to run along beside the river. And no,
No.
couldn't find the trail. We
It,
think it was covered by the
yeah,
river.
we were going along and suddenly it just disappeared, and we spent maybe 20 minutes
If not more.
searching for this trail,
Yeah,
and it was just not there.
yeah.
It was a heavily marked, like on
Thick
Strava,
blue line.
it had a thick blue line, so it's used a lot.
Yeah.
but it just wasn't
There
there.
was nothing. I was like,
So
I feel like I'm at Barclay.
so we think the only thing is that it was covered by the river.
Yeah.
Like,
So I
so
just said to Ron, the universe is telling us
yeah,
something and we need to go home
yeah,
because it didn't matter where we went or what we did, that we couldn't find a way. And that bad gut feeling, and often my gut feelings come true. Um, it's happened to me many, many times. And I just went, nah, we need to go home. So we went
yeah.
back home. I think we went to a coffee shop first
Yes, we did. We stopped for a coffee. We figured we might as, if we're going
because
to do what other people do, we might as well do what other people
yeah.
do. And
Then
we
I
went
got
for a
bored.
coffee.
No. But yeah, we went and had a coffee and then we went back to the Airbnb, had breakfast, and then I'm like, I'm fucked. And
Yeah.
we went back to bed
Yes, we
and
did.
slept. So that was the
That
37K run that went down to 7.
7Ks, yes.
7Ks of piss farting around.
Yep.
But I honestly believe the universe was telling us something, and I wonder what would have happened
Mm,
because another day, we'll go back to the run we did the next
yeah.
day, but another day we went for a run on some urban trails and it was really awesome.
Which was literally right around where we were
Yeah, it
staying.
was so fantastic, except we stupidly wore road shoes, so it was a tad
Yes. We
slippery.
didn't quite realize what the trails were going to be
Yeah,
like.
and they were awesome. I'd love to do them again.
Mm,
Anyway, um, Ron missed a turn off because there were so many trails all different ways, and he had the map open and was
yeah.
looking at the map. And we ended up at this really cool scout area where they
Like a
had like
jamboree area
yeah, like
type
a
thing. Yeah.
huge, and it was just awesome. It was really cool. And once again, it was like we missed that trail. If we hadn't missed
Yeah.
that trail, we wouldn't have seen that. And it was
Yes.
so cool. Um, and because it was a whole little religious section and these big open fire pits and
Mm.
all made out of rock and everything. It wasn't, and it was in the
Yeah.
middle of
And there was like
nowhere.
an amphitheater
Yeah, it
there.
was like a full amphitheater, made out of stone and everything.
And it
And
was just like in the middle of the bush.
yeah,
Like,
in the middle of the bush.
yeah.
Yeah. And I said, once again, a nudge from the universe, just miss
Yeah.
that trail and go and have a look at this.
Mm,
Like, I just think it's awesome how these things happen.
yeah.
And to me, everything happens for a reason. And there was a reason the universe was blocking us both ways from doing that
Mm,
run. It seriously was.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And
But anyway,
then we got to another section of trail that was scaling down rocks in our road shoes,
oh my
which was
God.
very sketchy.
I mean, yeah. And once again, I felt like I was at Barclay. I was
Yeah.
going to start looking for books under capstones. Um, but that was kind of cool. But it
Yeah.
wasn't just the rocks were actually grippy enough on the shoes. It was all the leaves. We
Yeah.
were
The leaves.
skiing,
Yeah.
Dane.
Yeah.
I was holding on to, bloody saplings, trying not to land on my ass. But
Yeah.
that was fun too. That
Yeah.
was good.
And once again, it was just out the back of where we were staying, and
Yeah.
there was no indication that
Yeah.
it was
And we
going to be
did
like
like
that.
just over 10Ks, but we could have gone
Oh,
way
we could
longer.
have, yeah, no, because we deliberately kept it down to around. We said around 10Ks. It ended up being 11, but
Yeah.
we could have done another
Yeah.
20K run.
Yeah. Easily,
Yeah,
easily.
so
Just didn't want to.
no,
Um, And then because we didn't do the 37K run the next day, which was the day we were going to my sister's for Christmas, we did a 20K run on the roads, and it was
yeah,
20Ks, but it had nearly 500
yeah,
meters of climbing,
yeah,
some decent roads. And that was really cool too,
yeah.
wasn't it?
That
Like,
was
my
just
God, in that
exploring.
area, there were some bloody mansions.
Wow.
And as I said to Ron, we couldn't afford to, do anything more than run on those streets.
And we had to run quickly in case they wanted us to.
In case they realise that we can't afford to even look at those houses.
That's right. Yeah, we had to make sure we were looking over our shoulder
Yeah.
because we weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah, not in that area. Holy moly.
Only
Some
be
mansions,
described as mansions.
and
'Cause
some of them
that's good.
beautiful, some of them fuck me ugly.
Some real
Oh,
McMansions.
yeah, ostentatious. Like clearly the only taste they have is in their mouth because
Yeah,
seriously, they were terrible.
yeah,
But some of them just absolutely stunning and
yeah.
just like, oh my God.
hmm
Yeah, so
So
that
yeah,
was a cool run. Oh,
yeah.
and part of that run, hilarious. We were coming down this hill
Oh, yes.
and this budget van, like a refrigerated budget van, like the ones you can hire, it was sort of reversing into the street. So we sort of stopped and, yep, we gave the guy a wave and we moved on. And then we were running again somewhere, because Ron did this loop,
Yeah, and
random everywhere.
Another 5Ks down the road.
Yes,
in a totally
not
different
down the
area.
road, but
No, in a
down,
totally different area.
yeah.
I mean.
And we see him again and we're like,
Same guy.
oh, And then, we keep running, going all through left, right, doing all these weird ass streets. And guess who we come up against again? And he's just like
Just looked at
lifting his hands, going, "What the hell?"
he threw his hands in the air. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Why do I keep seeing you people?
I mean, he didn't say that. That
No,
was what his
that's
face
what,
said.
yes.
And he was cacking his head, and we were laughing. And then, just as we were nearly at home, there was a budget refrigerator
Same,
truck
same thing
drove
that
past us.
drove past. We didn't see inside,
We
but
didn't see inside, but I was a bit
same
sad. I'm
truck.
like, he should have tooted.
Yeah, it looked like the same truck. So
Yeah. So he
yeah,
must have been like, what are these freaks doing? Will they ever get there?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
So then anyway,
yeah,
that was funny.
yeah,
And when we went to my sister's
yeah.
and she had a suckling piglet on the
On the
spit.
spit. Yeah,
That was awesome. So
yeah,
yummy and lots of different foods. And it was great to see everybody. And
yeah.
not that there's that many people really.
No, no, but
Not anymore. So that was nice. And then the next day was your birthday. And so that
and
was, what did we do
oh,
then?
that that
No.
was the Bond. Was that the Bondi? Not Bondi, Manly run.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Yes, it
Okay.
was. Yes,
Was?
yes, it was. Yes, we drove to Manly
Yeah.
and ran like we parked at the north of Manly Beach and ran along the foreshore and then up onto North Head,
Yeah.
which is where the entrance to the Sydney Harbour is. And we kind of did a bit of a loop around there and then back along
Of which I whinged
Bondi.
a lot because it was so hot.
It was
I was
pretty
saying
hot.
to Ron, I can't breathe.
And Bondi, Bondi.
It felt like my chest was getting pushed in,
Yeah,
getting crushed.
and it Manly was packed
It
because
was,
it
oh
was
my
it was
God.
a Sunday morning, so Nippers was on, which is the kids' life saving.
Yeah.
And it was every
Kids,
man.
we're all kids running along. And, do you want a sausage? And kids are
Yeah.
running backwards and forwards getting a fried sausage and I'm just like.
So yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Anyway, so then when we did the 20K run, we had seen a sign for Hanukkah in the on the green
Yep.
in St. Ives. So we had already decided we'd go to that, and I registered for it because, of course, being Jewish, they need people to register, which, I knew that was, I've worked at a Jewish school where we have, or I still work there when they need me. We actually have armed guards there. When I went on school camp with a Jewish school, we had an armed guard with us on camp with us, which, these are high school kids, and it's so sad that it's normal for them. Like I was in a class, we were doing dancing, and I look out the window and there's this security guard walking past with a bloody handgun in his belt holster. That's the word. I almost said pocket.
His gun.
That's handy.
His gun pocket.
Yeah, that's right.
Better known as the holster.
As you can see, I'm really up with the lingo. Anyway, and it just bothered me that for the kids, that's normal.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we put our name down. We went to Hanukkah because I've worked at Jewish schools and I wanted to and I just love other cultures. Like we've been to the Scottish Day, we've been to the German Christmas festival, which is my cultural background, but obviously, I just thought the Jewish one would be interesting.
Yeah,
and I wanted to learn more about Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went there because that was also Ron's birthday. So we did, and it was super hot. It was right out in the full sun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ron, I got to go.
Because it was just in a park, an open park.
field,
there was no shade.
There was no shade.
It was stinking hot. We wandered around, but it was mostly set up for kids.
Yeah, which is fair because Hanukkah is generally sort of more for children.
So we just
like
had
I
a bit of it. Yeah, so we just had a bit of a look around.
What I loved with this was like this little tent, what do you call it? Pavilion tent, not a tent like you'd sleep in, but I can't even think of the word. Anyway, where these young guys, maybe 20 odd, were dressed up like historical sort of Jews, and they were so excited and so happy to be, talking about Judaism and I think, sort of explaining to non-Jewish people a bit about Hanukkah and just seeing the joy in their faces and the kids running around and everyone was so happy and so lovely, and there was Jewish music being played.
Yes, they had a big stage with live music.
And it was and there was the what's the candles called? Menorah. The menorah there, and I was a little disappointed when I realized only one candle was going to get lit. I thought the whole lot did. But that's how little I knew.
Damn their tradition.
Yeah. So, and just seeing like, especially those young men and how excited they were about it, that just, I just, thought that was so amazing and everything. And I just thought how lovely it all was. I mean, obviously everyone knows where I'm going with all of this.
Yeah.
Um, then, it just got too hot for me. So we left and we were going to dinner anyway. We were only going to stay there for a little while. And then we went out for dinner, um, which was lovely. Then we went back to the Airbnb and Ron went to the loo and I was opening a bottle. Well, I had the bottle of wine there, but while I was waiting for Ron, I just put on social media and I saw what had happened in Bondi and I was just fucking devastated.
Yeah.
Like so awful that just so awful. Especially because we had just, I mean, it's awful, but we had just been there and I just seen the faces and the happiness and the joy and the children everywhere. And although St. Ives was a smaller crowd probably than Bondi, well, I could just only imagine the terror and the horror and the, you know, uh, oh, well, that ruined the
Yeah.
birthday mood for you,
It
I'm
did.
afraid.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
So
it was devastating. I just yeah, yeah, it was so sad. And obviously we send, our love and prayers to the Jewish community, and it really sucks that they've probably had to up secure from what I've read, they've had to up security at all the schools, and it's completely fucked, to
yeah.
be honest.
I
And
mean, just imagine sending your kids to school where they have to be guarded by armed guards.
I mean, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting that those people, um, I mean, anyway, we're not going to get into the political stuff, which
No.
I very easily could. And I could really get into that. And, anyway, we're not going to
No.
because this is not a political show. But
It
yeah,
was just deeply saddening. Deeply, deeply
deeply
saddening.
and deeply disappointing that the government has allowed it to come to this.
Yep.
And it should not happen ever.
That's right.
Okay, so
So,
anyway,
yes. So that happened while we were in Sydney. Now we're back in Melbourne,
yep,
back at work, just before Christmas, the wind up for Christmas. So we've got big run planned for tomorrow.
40Ks.
40Ks over
Nikki's
2,000.
going to be joining us, so I
Yeah.
can't whinge too much.
She has to do all the whinging under her breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2,000 meters of climbing. So it's going to be
40Ks,
it's
yeah.
going to be a reasonably
And
big day.
thank God it's not going to be too hot, only about
No,
24
bit of
degrees.
a cooler day tomorrow because if it had been going to be 30 odd
Oh my
today.
God, can you imagine?
Ugh.
I don't know whether,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not. And next week's going to be shit. Christmas Day is going to be 18 degrees. I mean, what the fuck?
I actually looked. I think it's going to be 16.
Oh, you got to be kidding
I'm
me.
pretty sure I looked earlier today and it was going to be 16.
Oh my God, it's going to be
Yeah,
16 degrees.
16 degrees. So we've gone from
Not your
37.
white Christmas after all. Do you know what? When I've lived in the hills, I went, it snowed on Christmas Day once. So this is not unprecedented.
No, no.
Okay. And one year when I was a kid and I was up at Bulla for Christmas, it snowed on Christmas Day too. So it's not unprecedented. Like I said, it snowed in the Dandies one year when I was up there. So anyway, still doesn't
Yep.
make it right.
No, doesn't make it any more enjoyable.
No. All right. So what are we talking about, Ron?
What are we talking about today? We're talking about why taking a break after a race makes you better, not slower.
I should have written makes you better, not bitter.
Yeah. But we're not just talking about after a race. Obviously, in Australia, it tends to be more after a race, but also an off season.
Yeah.
Where the cooler climates tend to have a bit of an off season for running.
Well, this is more sort of about after a race, Ron, because
we're
we're talking about
focusing on-
recovering. I was going to talk about an off season, but I thought it's not really relevant in Australia.
Yeah.
And off season still involves a lot of training. Like, the Euros will do ski mode, potentially, if they live in that climate. Yeah, so we were going to talk about an off season, but I kind of felt,
So yeah, we'll
But it
focus
is
on
still a
the race.
break. Yeah, it's still a break.
Yep.
All right. Now, and the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because I know from talking with my athletes that they finish a race and they worry that if they take time off, they're going to lose fitness. Or if the race didn't go as they planned, they want to capitalize on the fitness they have and go for a redemption run. Or they did well and they're so excited about how fit they are, they want to capitalize on their fitness and have an awesome run,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know it's hard, but you need to have a break. All right. So,
So what does a
God, I'm
break
getting
look
like
like?
that light is just I'm blinded by the light. I won't sing my version of the words because that was completely wrong.
That is quite amusing.
Yes, I was singing it the other day, and Ron's like, "What the fuck are you singing?" I'm like, that's the words, and you're like, "No, it's not." It is to me.
It has been for 30 years. Why would we change it now?
Exactly.
So anyway, you don't lose fitness in the first 2 weeks of coming
Yeah.
off a race.
Yeah. And you know what? After 100 race, even after a marathon, I used to have 1 week of doing nothing other than eating and drinking generally.
Yeah.
Not that I condone drinking
Or
to
eating.
celebrate. Oh, yeah, no, fuck. I mean, eating junk. Eating all the things I hadn't allowed myself
Yeah.
to. And back when I was serious about marathons, I would stop drinking for 6 weeks before.
Wow.
6 whole weeks. It nearly freaking killed me. And I'd stop drinking coffee for 2 weeks. And
that just killed me.
No wonder I was a basket case.
I couldn't think of anything else. I can't think of a race that would be important to me enough that I would cut out coffee for 2
No,
weeks.
I ended up stopping it because it was literally killing me. It was killing me. And the kids begged me to stop it. Mom, drink coffee again.
I started lacing your food with coffee.
That's right. So 1 full week off, which is what I recommend, maybe, walking as part of your everyday life, as almost pretty much, well, I would say it has zero negative effects on your fitness. Like 1 week off, that's not going to do anything. 2 weeks of doing not much, like maybe in the second week, I used to, start walking, do some walks. And obviously where I used to live up in the hills, that was decent walks, but I wouldn't do them fast. I'd just walk. And now that I live in the burbs, I walk around the suburbs and that. And it's still negligible from a fitness standpoint. Like you don't lose fitness that much. What you lose fastest is your confidence.
Yeah, that's right. And it's generally ego talking.
Yeah.
When you feel the need to run straight up, especially, if you're going to post it to Strava,
Yeah.
the amount of times we see people do a race, do a 100 miler or 100K race.
And 2 days later,
2 days later,
again.
yeah. It's like,
what the hell are you doing to your body?
Yeah, that's right. That's,
I mean, even like after, yeah. I mean, it's all relative, but someone even doing a 50K race, if that's been the longest race they've ever done and they've, been on like the mileage for that and haven't done a heap of running, they shouldn't be running the next day. Like you shouldn't be running the next day. Fitness is built over months and years. You're not going to lose it in 7 to 14 days. Like the human body just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what would be ideal, Ron? What would be ideal for people to do?
Ideal in the first week, you would take a full week break from running.
Yeah.
So no running.
Yeah. Just walks if you feel like it.
Yep. Unless you're, I don't know, running away from the police.
Maybe. Run like you stole something.
I was trying to think of situations where you would be forced to run. I can't think of any others.
Can't think of any.
So a full week from running. And if you're going to walk, it's a stroll. It's just a stroll, just to loosen the legs, get some fresh air.
With purpose.
No purpose.
No purpose at all.
Just a wander, just a stroll. Just keeping it nice and easy, steady heart rate.
I just remembered we didn't test the microphone.
Oh well. So you're either listening to this going, of course it's working, or you're going to listen to the next one that we do and we have to redo it. And
it has happened before.
And no structure, no goals, just,
You're not, checking your fitness.
No.
You're not testing to see if you haven't lost your legs.
not going for a run to see if your DOMs are still there.
Yes.
Um,
And another reason people run in that first week is they go, I feel fine. But the thing is, there's inflammation, and
yeah,
that inflammation weakens your tendons and ligaments. So you might feel fine, but then you're going to end up injured because your tendons and ligaments, they don't want it.
yeah, yep,
Next phase, which is like the second week, you would do unstructured cross training. So bike, and I'm talking, easy cruisy bike, not, going to RPM classes and absolutely smashing yourself. It's nice, relaxing swim, which to me is an oxymoron.
nothing relaxing about a swim.
God, no. Drowning's not fun. Okay. I'm, just saying. A hike, gym, but not going heavy. Yoga. That's a big one for me. I love that.
Yeah.
And move because it's good and it's fun, and just do some different things, not because I must
Gotta get out there.
exercise.
Yeah. Yep. And then when you move into the final phase, which, generally after, we'll call it 2 weeks.
Yep.
So then you've got, around 2 weeks of unstructured training. So just getting out, nice, easy runs,
Yep.
Run to feel. If it doesn't feel great, stop. Or
maybe do some pickups if you feel like it, just, 1 minute, 3 times 1 minute, just pick up, not sprinting, just pick it up a little bit. But other than that, just ploddy, plod, plod.
Yep.
And
so no pace.
Yeah.
No work.
Well, easy. And I actually did I was out running today, and as I was running, I wanted to talk about easy pace. And it's actually an effort. It's not a pace, So run easy effort.
Yep.
Run when you want, stop when you want. When you've had enough, don't go, I've got to do 20 kilometers today. See how you go.
Yep. Just basically just getting your body back used to running again.
And not just your body, but your brain, your mind. It's hard work training for a race. Like, it takes mental load. It's hard. It's mentally draining. It's hard making yourself do all those tough workouts. It's hard getting up early if you're an early bird runner. It's hard.
Yeah.
So just be gentle on the body and gentle on the mind.
Yep. And why? Because quite often when you've had that 2-week break and then you start to come back into running, it just feels clunky and you feel uncoordinated and legs are heavy and so why is that?
Well, that's because after 2 weeks of no running, you will lose some neuromuscular sharpness. And neuromuscular is that, like, obviously the brain and body connection. And then, but we do neuromuscular work through like the 15-second hill sprints where you have 3-minute recovery, because you need long recovery because it fatigues so quickly. And that does drop off quickly. Anything really fast twitch like that does drop off. And that will be why you feel a little bit clunky, but that comes back quickly too. And it's not actually fitness that you've lost. It's that neuromuscular connection. And that comes back quickly. You just have to keep running. You just get back into running. And then, you know what? It's like, it's like when I've had a break, it's like, I've got to get my running legs back. That's all it is. It's not.
How long do you think it would generally take?
3 or 4 days.
Right.
Like, if you run, consistently, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. And it's just the timing and muscle firing patterns switching back on.
Yep.
Yeah. So few runs,
although it can feel a bit like lost fitness, it's not lost fitness.
It means you rested. It means you did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So what's the dangers of rushing back, Ron?
Well, the real danger is injury.
Yeah.
That's the number one in risk.
Yeah.
The body, the muscles are damaged. The ligaments quite often are damaged because that's a lot of strain when you've run a long way. So you just need to give them a rest, give them time to heal.
And the thing is, you don't feel the muscle tears and the inflammation in the tendons and ligaments. You can't feel that. So you go, I feel fine.
Yeah.
That's why you actually have to be disciplined and hold yourself back. Because just going, oh, I feel fine. What? So just your body is completely different to every other physical body of everybody that exists in the world and has throughout history and all time. You are the person that's different. No, I don't think so. The human body is the human body. You need to rest.
Yeah.
Even animals can't run forever and just keep going and never rest. They have to, like when they train horses for horse racing, they have to give them rest, and they give them
Yeah.
rest after races. They give them rest between hard sessions. It's not just the human body, it's bodies.
Yeah.
It's, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I've seen shows going quite sideways from here where, lions on the hunt,
oh,
they'll hunt in for a short, sharp period, and then they'll go and sleep for the rest of the day
yeah, that's
because they
right.
need to rest.
Exactly, because they need to get that energy up to go kill all the
Yeah.
other animals.
Yeah. So, it's the animal world, it's not particularly
Sorry, Ron was cracking his knuckles there.
it's
Oh,
not particularly a human thing. It's
yeah,
it's a muscular thing
that's right.
regardless. So,
And so you are not that special, that you are that different, that you don't have to abide by the physiological rules
yeah,
of the human body.
that's right.
Like you're just not. I mean, you're special, obviously, but just not that special.
And also, it's not just the going back to running, but some people will kick straight back into their strength and or
Mm.
workouts,
Yeah, like, oh, you mean
like
quality
quality,
session?
yes, sorry,
Yeah.
quality sessions,
Yeah,
and
that's right. Oh my
their
God.
body's just not ready,
Not
not
ready.
ready
That's how
at
you
all.
pull a hamstring or
Yeah,
tear a tendon off the bone.
yeah,
That's how that shit happens.
yeah. So you've really got to respect your body, give it the rest that it needs.
I
You're
don't think
not
it's
going to
tendon
lose.
off a bone, but you know what I mean.
You're not going to no. Oh, you're not going to lose anything because,
Yeah,
like we said earlier, you've been training for
yeah,
months,
yeah, for
even
months,
years.
maybe years.
You're not going to lose it in a week.
It'll come back.
Yep.
What I find a lot of people do worry about is not just losing fitness, but putting on weight.
Putting on weight.
And I get it. I do. But it's actually good for you to put on a little bit of weight.
Putting on weight means you've got energy to use,
Yeah. Yeah.
particularly when you get back into your running, you're not feeling great. Your body's actually using a lot of energy just to get out the door.
Yes.
So,
And when you think about it, doing races really lowers your immune system. So a little
mm,
bit of extra weight, just like we used to say, it was good to have a chubby baby, because if they got sick, they've got something for the body to use.
yeah,
It's the same with us,
yeah,
If I know lots of people, and I often get a cold sore straight after
you
a
do,
race
yeah.
because my immune system drops so much. And probably because I'm like the
Yeah,
whole race with my with my with my lecky gloves to
yeah.
scratching, exfoliating my face. But your immune system drops. Lots of people get sick straight after. And if you're eat some food. You can eat. Your body needs the energy.
The
Eat.
recovery takes a lot of energy.
Don't go, oh, I'm not training. I better cut my food. No, your body's trying to repair and recover. So don't skimp on food.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to eat McDonald's for the whole
No,
2 weeks.
I mean, if you're eating healthily, then
Yeah.
your body's using all the energy.
It's
It,
using it for recovery
yeah.
and to, boost your immune system.
Yep. Yep.
And the other reason it's dangerous to rush back is mental burnout.
Mm.
You will burn out eventually. Maybe not straight away. Maybe it'll take you 2 seasons, but it's going to happen. It
Yeah.
just is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stop rushing back. It just makes me so frustrated when I see people do it and they think it's a badge of honor.
Yeah.
It's not a badge of honor.
No, it's
to get straight back into it and flog the body. Like seriously, you've got one body. Look after it.
yep. You're asking for injury, and eventually, 3 races down the track, you're really not at your best. So
And you
those,
end up hating running
yeah,
as well because it's like, oh fuck, I've got to. I mean,
yeah,
I know I do that all the time, but it's different.
yeah,
It's different because I actually love running. So
yeah.
it's
But by the time you hit those third or fourth race down the track,
yeah,
your body's exhausted,
that's
your
right.
recovery time's
And then
extended.
and then your race results are
Yeah,
shit.
that's right.
And that and then you end up having to take a break.
Yeah,
Not because you want to,
that's right.
but
So
because you're sidelined.
yeah, so I don't want to say it's 1 step back and 3 steps forwards because it's not really a step back, but it's a pause and then
Yeah.
3 steps forward.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's not a step back at all, but it's just a holding pattern.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
And then you're ready to kick off again and
Yeah.
use the training that you've done for the previous race and then start to build on that.
Yeah, that's right. And you still will be building on that.
Yeah.
Even with the 2 weeks of not really running, you've still got all that fitness. It's the money is still there in the bank.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah.
And breaks, like I said, they're critical for your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Racing creates a lot of emotional and nervous system load. I have not met anyone who doesn't get nervous before a race, sometimes for a month.
Yeah.
It can be really like, certainly for me, before Barkley and that, I'm nervous for like 5 months.
As soon as you
As
get
soon as
that,
I find out I'm
yeah, as
in,
soon
I
as you get that acceptance letter, that's when you start. In fact, no,
freaking know
it's actually when as soon as
to
you
enter.
press enter on the computer,
Yeah.
that's when the nerves kick in.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh, it's so stressful, the whole process.
It is.
But so even if the body feels okay, like I said, your brain needs downtime. I mean, your body does, but your brain does too. And
Yeah.
breaks bring back your motivation. Like I said, if you just keep training, there will come a point where you'll just go, I'm fucked and I don't want to do this
Yeah.
anymore.
It's just getting too hard.
And then you'll stop and you'll lose consistency. And it won't be stopping, it won't be purposeful stopping. It'll be, I don't want to do this stopping, which is
Yeah.
way worse
Yeah.
because that's
Yep.
harder to come back from. They
Yep.
rebuild the hunger to train,
Yeah.
the breaks.
Yep. They do.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you never step away, then running just becomes a chore,
Yeah.
something you have to do, not something you want to do.
Yeah. That's right.
Um,
Exactly.
Having a break brings the fire, like,
Builds the
stokes the
fire.
fire and, gets you hungry to get going again and, make improvements. If you just, finish a race and then next day back into running again, it's like, well, that was it. That's done. Now I'm,
Yeah. And I mean, the race
back
is
to it
meant to
again.
be the
Yeah.
moment
Yeah.
and then enjoy it and reflect.
Yeah.
Spend that extra time reflecting on how the race went, what went well, what you can improve, or do all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yep.
Yep. Alrighty. So what does rest actually protect within the human body?
Well, it protects hormonal health.
Yep. And that's really important for women,
Yep.
obviously.
Yep.
Not that men don't have hormones, to be honest. It's
No.
important for men too. But women's do tend to be a little bit more temperamental. What?
Oh, you just pulled a face there, and I almost left the room.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what you meant, but anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Your immune system,
Yeah.
like I said, because your immune system does drop. You can't be on the go for like, let's say it's 100 miler for 28 hours or whatever, and not have the immune system affected.
Yep.
It's just impossible. Or your tendons and ligaments and muscles.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's actually allowing you to become resilient to injury
Yep.
because you're letting the inflammation come down
Yep.
without suddenly piling more training onto inflamed muscles, tendons, and ligaments.
And giving those muscles, tendons, and ligaments time to rest just creates consistency,
Yes, because then you don't have to be injured and have 6 months
That's
off.
right. Yeah, because if you don't take that time off after a race, chances are a couple of weeks, months down the track, you're going to have to take more time off.
And it will be shit time off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, give the body the break it needs, give the mind the break it needs, and you'll come back stronger.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
And longevity in running comes from knowing when to stop
Yeah.
and rest. It's not just from knowing when to push and when to be consistent. Like I'm all for consistency, but when after race, you need to be consistently resting.
Yep, you do. So yeah, that's it. I hope you've learnt the reasons why you should rest. Hopefully it becomes, your thing.
Yeah.
We're constantly, telling our clients after a race, some listen, some don't listen so much.
They listen, they just don't want to do it.
But yeah, it's a big thing. You just need to rest. You just need to,
honor the body.
honor the body. Some people think they're bulletproof, but running's a tough sport.
Yeah.
It is just tough on the body.
And the mind, I reckon,
Yeah.
because it takes a lot of mental strength
Yeah.
to do what we do. To do a sport that is some other sport's punishment takes a lot of mental toughness,
Just acknowledge that and give it the respect that it deserves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And taking a break isn't falling behind, it's setting yourself up to move forward, like Ron said.
Yep.
Now, if you struggle to take these breaks without guilt, or you come back too hard every flipping time, that's not a discipline issue. I can't say that word. It's a planning issue, and it's exactly what coaching is for. Yep. And at Peak Endurance Coaching, we help you with that.
Yep.
Okay, so if you need coaching, DM me, comment coach on any of my Instagram or Facebook posts, or send me an email.
One of our key expertise is racing. So whether that's the lead up to a race or what happens after a race, we have a lot of experience. Isabel has a
Shit
lot of
ton.
experience, and she is
And
the
you think
expert.
about that.
So,
I've done a lot of races and I've been running at a high level for 20 years. That doesn't come from getting straight back into it after every race. It just doesn't. It comes from honoring my body, resting when needed, and pushing bloody hard when needed. I'm not saying I took it easy. I worked hard, but I also knew when not to work hard.
Yep.
And I have been, like I said, high level for 20 years.
And
So
you see a lot of flash in the pans runners that, they're everyone, they're really big for 2 years. Everyone knows them. They're at every race, and they're pushing hard every single race, and then they're gone. You never hear from them again.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
So and I intend to be running for another 20 years.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And at a high level for a 70-year-old.
Yeah. It all becomes, quite what would you call it? Age dependent.
Yeah. But I want to be like a 70-year-old
Yes.
fucking pushing
You want to be the
boundaries.
70-year-old that everyone goes, holy shit,
Yeah.
look, I can't believe she's 70. Look at what she's doing.
I mean, she looks 70, but I just can't. It's one day but one day all this running will catch up with me. But like it's unusual to find someone in the trail and ultra running who has been running this long, because too many people go too hard and don't take the breaks. I mean, I think we were better at taking breaks before social media and Strava and all of that. So that's why the people in sort of my age demographic are a bit, we have more longevity in us. But, coming from now this posting era and everyone seeing everything you do on Strava, we do have a little bit of a problem with that.
Yep.
So you've got to just divorce yourself from the effect of that. And it's okay to take a break.
Yeah.
It's okay to run slow on your easy days.
That's
it's
right.
okay to run slow after a race.
One thing we didn't mention when we were talking about our time in Sydney was the fact that we actually went along to a race called the Narrabeen All-Nighter.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
Yes. So we went there primarily because you had an athlete.
Yes.
But
Camilla,
yeah. So we went there just to give her a bit of a cheer on and see how she was going.
And to meet her in person, because I've been coaching her for a while and I've never actually met her. I mean, met her on Zoom, but that's not quite the same.
Yes. And while we were there, we met some other people that
we saw Pam Muston.
Yes.
We saw Mario, Buchs, who interviewed me on his Healthetica podcast.
Yep.
Who else did we see?
We saw
I said Pam.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure of her name though. Glenn's sister.
Sally Freeman.
Yes, Sally Freeman.
Yes, that's
so. Shout out to Sally, who is a listener.
Yes, she is. And who else? No, I think that was
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
We're not that popular.
No.
We don't really know the Sydney people.
No, we're a long way from home. Yeah. So it was actually a surprise to know that many people.
Yeah, well, I was surprised because Pam's from Canberra. It was like, we did not expect to see Pam.
As she was running towards us, I looked at her and I thought, oh, that looks like Pam. And then I actually looked at her bib and I said, oh, and I called out and I said, oh, it is Pam.
And I'm like, what?
Because Isabel, you were talking to someone? Yes, you. I think you would.
I think I was looking at my phone.
Oh, you were distracted. You weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember why, but you weren't paying attention. So I was like, oh, look, it's Pam.
And I'm like, huh?
Pam who?
Yeah. But so we said hello to her, and it was great. It was a really fun community. I mean, fun because we weren't running.
Yeah.
Community event, like.
Yeah.
The guy doing the emceeing, he was really funny, and
he was giving a lot of advice and
even to the people watching that they needed to sit more and have a rest because it's hard work cheering people on. It was quite hilarious. It was really good. It was just a pity it pissed down all night, and Camilla said she got a lot of chafe and blisters, and I heard from other people it was like ankle deep and it was a bit of a quagmire.
Yeah, so it was not all right when we got there, but just as we were leaving, it started to rain, and I think after that it really came down.
Yeah, because it rains heavy in Sydney.
Yeah. So that was enjoyable and interesting to see.
And that was after the Christmas lunch at my sister's, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're going to run?" I'm like, "Oh, no."
No.
Yes.
We kind of almost ate for 2 hours solid, almost.
Longer than that.
Yeah. So
Because the piglet took a little while to cook. So we had, first lunch, second lunch,
yeah, so we had roast chicken and
salads and
salads and stuff, and
pretzels first, and then we had
yeah,
the pig,
pretzels.
and
Yeah, so
we had dessert. And before that, we had a little nibbles, and because we had just done the 20K run, and we deliberately didn't eat our
yeah.
breakfast. Like we finished the run, hit the shower, and drove straight to my sister's, going, right, ready for a feast.
And then they said it's not going to be for a few hours. I'm
And
like,
I'm like,
what?
so
So,
we just parked our asses by the nibbles.
yep, yep,
Actually, I'll have to post that photo of us that my sister took of us with the nibbles in
yeah,
between. Some of the nibbles, there was way more than that.
yeah,
Yes, and then so we were both pretty dang full by the
yeah.
time we got to
We
the
were.
Narrabeen. And people were like, oh, you're going to be doing the marathon. I'm like,
Uh-uh.
no,
No,
no.
no, because it had a midnight marathon.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
So yes, that was the Narrabeen all-nighter.
Hmm.
That was good fun.
Yeah,
We were only there for like 45 minutes or
yeah.
so.
We saw Camilla came in twice.
Camilla.
Sorry, Camilla
Yes.
came in twice, and then
Yes.
once she left on the second time,
Yeah.
we said goodbye and left.
Yep. Yep. Yes, so that was Sydney.
It was. Yep.
All righty.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, everyone, have a Merry Christmas
Yes.
and hug your family and tell them that you love them, even if they're annoying. I mean, that's what family's for. But, your family. And I can tell you right now, you only get one, and it's not the same when they're gone. So, hug your family, tell them you love them. Let bygones be bygones because it's all bullshit anyway. And
Yeah.
peace and love to all.
Yes.
All right.
All
Merry
right.
Christmas. Thank you for joining us.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.